Welcome back to the 19th episode of Sports Avenue. We are your hosts, Jimmy and Steve. So today we're going to be talking about hot topics in the world of sports as we do always. So for today, we're going to be talking some NFC South team grades so far through the offseason post-draft. Some teams did well in the offseason and some teams did pretty bad.
And it seems that the majority of this
Bad.
division did really bad. We're going to go through that and we're going to break that all down for us. But first, the link is going to be in the description for Podbean. It's going to be on our YouTube. Might even post it on Twitch. Click on it. Download it. Listen. Or just listen on YouTube. But comment. Tell us what you think. We love hearing from our fans. Find us. Sports Avenue with Jimmy and Steve.podbean.com.
Jim and Steve? No,
Jim and Steve.
Yeah.
I said Jimmy?
Yeah.
Whatever. Follow us on Twitter @_Sports Avenue. Facebook, Sports Avenue with Jim and Steve. Instagram, Sports_Avenue 440. And contact us through our Gmail, sportsav440@gmail.com. And don't forget, we are on Twitch. We live stream weekly, which is probably going to start picking up here shortly. And it's the same user as Instagram, Sports_Avenue 440. We're easy to find. We're funny to look at. And we make people laugh. Usually
by our looks, but that's
due to our hideous in complexions and our
insecurities.
My Quasimodo back. You know what that is? See, he's young. He probably doesn't know what Quasimodo is. It's the Hunchback of Notre Dame. You see, no, I don't actually have a hunchback.
Monty Python?
Nope, that's not it. But I mean, Monty Python's funny, so. All right, starting off, we're gonna start with the Buccaneers. So
the Bucs.
So I hated this draft. Their first pick was gold. Was straight gold. Everything else after that was shitty until the third round.
Yeah.
Until Mike Edwards.
My boy Mike.
I like Mike Edwards a lot. That's the only other pick on that that I liked. I gave their draft a solid D.
Yeah, so unless Devin White becomes the next coming of Ray Lewis.
Yeah, so this is what happened. Okay, so this is their draft. Devin White, 5th overall, linebacker at LSU. Love it. Love the pick. Best linebacker by far. Best pick of their draft by far.
Yeah, I hope it is.
I mean, yeah. The second round, 39 overall, Sean Bunting, cornerback, Central Michigan.
He's not a hit. He's just a bunt. It wasn't a hit, you know.
It was just a little drag bunt.
Yeah, it wasn't even a home run.
I don't like him. I don't like his pick. I don't like this. 39 overall, I think it's insulting. The greedy didn't go.
Yeah, there are better corners.
Absolutely. And then at 94, they take Jamel Dean, a cornerback at Auburn, who is not good. Julian Love was still on the board. Julian Love is a much better corner than this guy is going to be. Hands down.
Yeah, Love's going to be a stud.
Yeah. People are going to love him.
In New York.
Yeah, he's gonna get shit on hard. 99th overall, Mike Edwards. Love this pick. He was a good pick. He should have been taken earlier. Because at least I would have been okay with a reach at like 9. I mean, even if you take him at 94.
I mean, you're probably going to get both. You're probably going to get Dean and Edwards if you interchange them. So.
I agree. And I think if you would have swapped out Dean, or better yet, Bunting, for a much higher quality corner, this draft wouldn't have been so crappy.
If you got Julian Love and Mike Edwards, then we're talking a different story.
Yeah, but like I said about Jamel Dean, Julian Love was still available. And then you come to their 4th round at 107, and they take Anthony Nelson at the end out of Iowa. He's not an awful pick, but Austin Bryant was still available out of Clemson.
What did Anthony Nelson do at Iowa? Was he
Not that great, but he wasn't awful. But like I said, it wasn't an awful pick, but there was still much better available.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy out of Clemson was much better.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, actually, I was thinking about it. If you think about if you put, Dean and Edwards and you change that, if you should get rid of Bunting and get, Greedy or whoever you want.
This is one of the better drafts in the league.
Yeah, because your first 4, I mean,
our starters.
Yeah. I mean, your entire secondary is going to be running off rookies this year.
Yeah.
Except maybe Vernon Hargraves.
Yep. And then you come down to the 5th round, and they take a kicker. Which I can sit there and make fun of because
we said the same thing about the Browns.
And we're huge Browns fans, by the way. However,
there's no point of drafting a kicker this early.
No.
In the draft.
In the 5th round?
Yeah, the Browns did the same thing. I'm like, no.
I guess drafting a kicker unless they're making the team is stupid, in my opinion. Their 6th-round pick, 208 overall, Scott Miller, wide receiver out of Bowling Green. He's a small receiver, or smaller, at 5'11", 174. I mean, I guess that's not really small, but 5'11", 174 is kind of...
He's bigger than Marquise Brown.
He sure is, so he should have
won the first round.
He's not going to die. He had a couple big years at Bowling Green, though, but...
BGSU.
I mean, he would have gone to the 7th. And then they take... at 215 overall, they take Terry Beckner Jr., D tackle to Missouri. I mean, it's an pick. It's Cortez Broughton was still available.
And Michael Dogbay
was still available. And they're much better players. So I gave this draft a D. I hated this draft. I mean, they got the best linebacker, but they choked on literally every other pick except one.
Mike Edwards, my boy.
Except for Mike Edwards, and they took kicker in the 5th. So no, I didn't like that draft at all. James.
So now we're gonna hit some free agency.
Well, what'd you think of the draft?
Oh, the draft? Oh, I'm gonna go with D+ at best. I mean, like Devin White is like. I mean, again, you got.
I mean, you found your
anchor.
Franchise linebacker.
Anchor. Yeah. He's going to be your cornerstone.
He's going to be your middle defense.
And their linebackers are solid. I mean, they lost Quan Alexander, but Levante David was...
I think Quan Alexander's overrated.
Well, he's only 25 still.
He had the most missed tackles in the league last year.
Joe Schobert did, I thought.
Well, okay, yeah, Schobert did, but still. Quan Alexander's had the most in the last 3 years.
Well, Levante David, I think, is a good mentor for him, so Devin White's going to be starting immediately, but I think... I mean, yeah, I'm not a big fan of Bunting. I was never...
No,
especially
never.
with Greedy and other better corners on the board.
There were much better corners available.
Yeah, Bunting you could have gotten maybe.
Bunting didn't even make our top 10.
Yeah. I mean, unless you really got wet over Bunting, I don't see why you took him that early. He is D+ at best.
Yeah. All right, now on to free agency.
Yeah. So their first pickup was Bradley Pinion. Don't mix it up with a minion.
Jesus.
He was one of the better punters in the league, I think. He's young. He's only 24. He averages 44 yards a punt, so that's solid.
That is really good for the pros.
The Bucs did, I think, struggle with special teams last year, so they got a good young punter. They got linebacker next pickup. They got Shaquille Barrett. Not Shaquille O'Neal, Shaquille Barrett.
Shaquille O'Neal!
I was looking at his stats. He played in Denver. I mean, so their defense was pretty good. His stats just show like he was an average linebacker. He didn't start one game last year. He only had 28 total tackles and 22 were solos, so shows you could.
Yeah, whatever that tells you.
So I mean, I just said rotational and fill-in starter at best. I see him more as a depth piece. Then
big time, big show, big guy, Brashad Perriman. He a
tall and fast receiver.
Yeah, I mean, he has the ability to be, a playmaker, but he has absolutely lacked consistency.
That's why
a lot of Browns fans wanted him to come back, and we did too, up until they got OBJ. But he only had 16 catches with the Browns last year, and he had 4 touchdowns? But I think it was like 4 touchdowns, or 2 or 4 whatever. And you think he's gonna be a replacement for Deshaun Jackson?
Yeah, that's special teams.
I don't think so. I personally don't think that's the case. But
he's going to be your number 2 with Mike Evans.
Oh, he has to be your number 2, but he's definitely not speed guy like Deshaun Jackson.
Yeah, he is.
No,
he's got wheels.
Yeah, but I don't necessarily think that. I want to see Brashad Perriman come out and really succeed and do well.
Yeah, I like him coming out.
He threw a huge hissy fit when the Browns grabbed OBJ, and he didn't want to take the $4 million contract that he would just sign the day before.
And he'd be sitting the bench basically. Well, he'd be playing as the fourth.
He'd be the backup OBJ on longer drives. He'd be one. He'd be the one.
He has the height and speed to do it. It's just
with OBJ's track record of being hurt, the last 2 years he's played 4 games or 3 games. He probably had a good chance of staying and playing.
Yeah, he would have had a similar production like last year.
He would have, and he would have gotten paid a lot more. So,
anyway. He's gonna play more. I think he'll do fine in Tampa Bay.
I think so too.
This next pick. Don't. Oh, okay. Their next pickup, Deion Buchanan, right?
Buchanan. Deion Buchanan.
Yeah.
Dion, was it Dion? Whatever. Possible starter besides Devin White. Safety turned into a linebacker. Had his worst year by far due to lack of starts. Only 38 tackles were 30 were solo. Okay. All right. Well,
this was like he was average. He's a
safety turned linebacker.
Yeah.
I don't trust that.
Yeah, but his stats showed like once he switched.
He's a sure tackler, but most safeties are sure tacklers.
He was a strong safety, yeah, so he's gonna be a sure tackler.
Okay, yeah. See, that's the thing, but I don't see. Okay, so call me crazy. All right. Call me petty.
He's 6'2", or he's 6'1", 210. That's why.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I guess I think a linebacker can translate to safety easier than a safety can translate to linebacker.
Depends on the
true safety and true linebacker. Like Devin White probably wouldn't translate to safety very well.
No.
See? But I don't think like a safety. So like
don't you mean a safety can become a linebacker easier?
No, but like what the hell is it? Like Sean Taylor back in the Miami days. I don't think he could have translated necessarily as well to linebacker. I think he would have been a great addition. He's a sure tackler. All he did was kill people. I mean, he was just running up and just ripping people's heads off.
I think he would be a great linebacker.
I don't know. Well, he was 6'3".
I'm just
not that I think about it, he probably was a linebacker.
I'm just saying he probably would have been good because I mean, again, you'd be wasting his talent there because he has ball hawking skills.
God, he was so good.
So yeah, you're just kind of wasting your time. I think. I mean, losing, I think Buchanan's going to start. If they run if you're running a 4-3, it's Buchanan, Levante David, and Devin White. Then if you had, I don't know who your other linebacker would be.
Barrett.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Right? They didn't draft another one.
No,
it's Barrett.
But still, I don't know if I would want to start him.
Well, Barrett's a pass rusher.
He didn't have that many sacks.
No, because he's a really bad pass rusher.
So, yeah.
But the best pickup in free agency.
I think he'll probably end up starting this year at some point.
Yeah, because Jameis Winston's hot garbage.
Well, I'm just
saying,
like
Marcus Mariota.
I'm just saying,
they're awful quarterbacks.
At least I like Winston because he can at least throw the ball downfield. That's why I like him more than.
Yeah, he throws it downfield, and that's why Mike Evans likes him too. But that's it.
That's it, yeah.
That's all you got. You can throw it downfield. Mike Evans has a huge catch radius, and he's got great hands. As long as you put it in his vicinity, he'll go up, he'll fight for it. That's it. That's all you got. Deshaun Jackson burned people. That's it. Rashard Perriman doesn't have those hands. So he'll go up and fight for it.
O.J. Howard. Don't be disrespecting my man O.J. Howard.
I forgot about O.J. Howard. I do like O.J. Howard. I loved him coming out of the draft. Hated he went to Tampa. He's going to get wasted. You know what? Actually, he was the second highest rated tight end last year. Did you know that?
I'm telling you, the Browns should have drafted him. I liked
OJ.
Because I remember, I think he came out the same year of Njoku. I'm like, get OJ.
Yep.
I mean,
I like Njoku too, though. I like Njoku.
I like OJ more though.
I see, but Njoku took a huge step. I mean, huge step last year. I think this year.
As long as he keeps improving, then yeah.
I mean, I don't know how you're going to improve over like 750 yards with this offense now. But
consistency, every ball he has to catch.
Well, that'd be great.
Yeah. Well, at least a 70% catch.
Blaine Gabbert probably is going to end up starting this year. They should have done. They should have kept Fitzmagic and paid him and traded off Winston. They just let the team suck.
Yeah, I mean,
just like Miami planned on doing, which I don't understand why they would pick up
Rosen
or Fitzpatrick, pay him to be a backup.
Because he's the best backup in the league.
Nick Foles was the best. Well, no, actually, no. I'd rather have Fitzpatrick. Yeah.
Well,
what's his name in the not Baltimore. The Redskins. What the hell's his name?
Case Keenum.
Yep, I'd rather have him. I'd much rather have him.
Well, because like Case Keenum is a fringe starter. Same as right now. I'm like, hold on, who was Case Keenum? Flacco. Flacco and Keenum, in this point in their careers, are like fringe starters.
Yep.
They both showed they could still start and play.
Oh, absolutely.
Again,
I hate Flacco. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of that's due because I'm a huge Browns fan, and because he won the Super Bowl in a fluke year, because Ray Lewis was retiring, everybody knew it, so they were all like, "Well, you're gonna win," and that's pretty much what it was. But
I said Baltimore.
He can play.
I said Baltimore was going to win that year. Everyone else was doubting me, but
Shut up, G.
I remember. I remember that night.
Shut up. Colin Kaepernick was a trash quarterback anyway.
He didn't have a bad game.
No, he had a good game. He's just a bad quarterback. All right, their last pickup, Kentrell Bryce.
Kentrell Bryce.
Excuse me. I forgot that. Or Kentrell. Excuse me, sir.
He did end up starting, I think, after Clinton Dix got traded to the Redskins. And he did pretty well. He had 50 tackles, 40 were solos. He'll be a strong safety.
Oh, he can compete to start.
Yeah, he will compete to start.
I don't think he'll beat out Edwards, though. I really like Edwards.
Yeah, if Edwards...
That entire Kentucky secondary this year was insane. All right, and
I
free agency grades.
I gave him a C+.
I didn't.
What'd you give him?
A D.
Well, I mean...
This team's hot garbage. I mean, realistically...
Everyone except Blaine Gabbert's going to play.
Maybe
start.
Barrett might start. Perriman's not... Perriman, he's going to be a 2, but he's a shit 2. This Buchanan guy, I mean...
He's going to start.
He might be more of a rotational guy.
No, he's going to start.
Or they might throw him back at safety.
No, because Buchanan, remember, he was in Arizona. Guess where Arians was a few years ago? In Arizona.
Oh, yeah.
I just picked that up.
Yeah, he'll probably start.
Then, so yeah.
I mean, so if you're picking, you grabbed a punter, and then you drafted a kid. No, and they Blaine get no. I'm sorry, you get it. I don't like it. Fine, I'll change it to a C-. How about that? All right, C-. It's.
I think anywhere in the C category is fine. I mean,
you're
nothing. No.
You're below average. It was below average free agency.
Yeah,
signed a punter. You suck. Moving on to the Falcons.
He's one of the better punters.
Yeah, which is true. At 44 yards a punt, that's actually really good.
I mean, if anything, punters are almost becoming more valuable because you can't really kick anymore. Besides, like kick returns and stuff like that. Like special teams is becoming more important because you need.
Yeah, because you can take a punter and make him a place kicker.
Yeah, if they have
you can make him a field goal guy. That's why this Jamie Gillum guy for the Browns. There's potential to make it all. Or the kid they drafted out of Oklahoma. He's both.
Mm.
There you go. Save some roster spots. Moving on to the Falcons.
Atlanta.
I didn't hate this draft, but I didn't like it the longer it went on.
They reached on 2-0. I take that back. They reached on Lindstrom.
What? Oh my God!
They traded. He could have went a little bit later.
He could have gone a little later, but why? He's a starter, and so is McGarry.
Yeah, I know.
They're both starters.
I got crappy Falcons O-line.
Yeah, with one of the best quarterbacks in the league. All you're doing is improving a line to help protect a top 5 quarterback.
They need to get a running game going.
What do you mean they need to get a running game? Freeman was hurt last year, and Coleman isn't a true number 1.
Yes, he will.
No, he's not. Oh man, don't do this. He is not a true number 1.
Yes, he is.
He has never been a true number 1.
Yeah, because he's been on a team with Devontae Freeman.
Oh, we have another follower on Twitch. That's cool. Devontae Freeman's solid. Where would he go? He went to 49ers?
San Fran, yeah.
I think he'll do well out there. For some reason, I think he's going to do very well out there. Anyway.
Yeah, he's going to be a true number 1,
I don't think he'll be a true number 1. I think he'll share carries.
Yeah, because
it'll be running back by committee because they have a lot of speed out there. Chris Lindstrom, Boston College. I love this pick. Yes, it's a reach, but yes, he's starting. So, is it really a reach?
Yeah, because the O-line for the Falcons suck.
Yeah, it's bad. So you got to reach. You got to take what you want when you can get it. They did it, and then they did it again at 31 with Caleb McGarry. He's going to start. Lindstrom's going to start. Lindstrom's a freaking mauler.
Yeah, that's why he's a guard.
Oh man, he's going to sit there. He's just going to start mugging people. Just stab. When he comes out the pole, he's just going to stab safety.
Check.
Pop, pop, pop. Give me that money, Edwards. Pop, pop, pop. Oh, it's gonna be. I like Lindstrom. I like him a lot. If I remember right, it's his entire family has gone to Boston College. I think it was him. So, and he's got a brother coming out. I think his brother's a center actually. So hey man, whatever. It's good bloodline.
Hey, I'd assume so, right?
Yeah, they had 2 first-round picks, and then their next pick was in the 4th. Kendall Sheffield out of Ohio State. This is the guy that he
tore his pectoral muscle doing the bench press.
Thought he tore it. I don't think he actually tore it. I thought it was an assumed tear.
Yeah, something happened. I saw that video.
Yeah, something happened, and then you know what? Looking at his stats and all that, he's a reach in the 4th.
Yeah, he's a speed guy. Very fast.
And his production's very lacking. So either they didn't throw to him or he wasn't that good. I don't see that his production as being worthy of a 4th-round pick, an early 4th-round pick. That's my opinion. John Kaminsky, another 4th-round pick. Honestly, I couldn't find any stats on him because he went to Charleston.
He went to the same place as Ogunjobi.
But Larry was solid. Larry's been good, so I like it. 5th-round pick, Quadri Allison.
Yeah.
Running back out of Pittsburgh. He started 2 years, his freshman year and his senior year. And those were his best years. Very, very solid numbers. Production. So, for a 5th-round pick, this is a good one.
Good, but he'll be the new backup.
Yeah, absolutely. 5th-round pick, Jordan Miller, cornerback out of Washington. He never played a full season. His production is sad at best. He's got good size, but he's a bad pick. Bad pick. Like in the 5th round, horrible pick. Round 6?
Their last pick.
This is their last pick. Marcus Green out of Louisiana Monroe. His position is running back, kick returner, punt returner, even though he's marked as a wide receiver when you look for him on College Football Reference. So, anyway, he did a little bit of everything. He's 5'8", 191, so he's small and stout. I like it. Average 17.1 yards a catch, 9.7 yards a carry in 2018. On paper, it's a good pick.
Versatility, baby.
For a 6th round, he can kick return, he can punt return. That's great. Those are going to die off here soon anyway. So if he's going to be a pass catcher, he's your slot guy. There's no way you're going to put him on the outside. There's not. You're just not. Unless he can burn everybody and their mother. And then their mother's mother.
Then their mother's mother's mother.
Yeah, because you got to be able to burn by safeties that are 20 yards deep.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's going to happen.
Let it burn.
You know what? Actually, going through this again, I'm going to give their. I had their initial grade as a C+. It's just going to be a C. I love the 2 linemen, even though they're reaches, absolutely.
The
but
grass is the grass is greener. On
I
the
think
other
it's
side.
going to be greener.
Marcus Green. Grass.
You got me. Fucking got me, guys. The O-line's going to be most improved by far.
I hope so.
And I like this team already. I don't hate the Falcons.
No, they had a bad drop off last year.
God, they were so bad. But I think they're going to make a comeback. I really do. I don't see why not. You just drafted 2 starters. Quality starters on your offensive line.
Well, the problem is your defense isn't that good.
Yeah, but they have never been good. The Falcons' defense, for as long as I've been breathing and not pooping my diaper, have been awful.
Yeah, that's why
they're not going to win anything significant.
That's why they're going to be an 8-8, 9-7 team again.
Oh, forever and ever.
And they're wasting Julio Jones' career.
Yeah, they are. That pisses me off now that I think about it. All right, free agents. God, that's sad. I'm sorry.
Continuing on the offensive lineman, basically revamp. They signed 2 guards. James Carpenter, he's been a good, consistent starter. I know his name. He started every game while he's been available for the last 5 years. He will probably end up starting opposite of Lindstrom on the guard side.
Oh, yeah, why not? Jamon Brown.
They got my boy Jamon Brown.
Your boy?
Yeah.
You know him?
No.
Okay.
He's never been a consistent starter except for 1 year. He'll probably be a backup depth beast.
All right.
They signed a tight end, Luke Stocker. They're just stocking up on the offensive side. He's only had 5 total touchdowns in his 8-year career. He tied his career high in receiving yards, which is at 165, so it's not saying much. I said special teams player or backup to Austin Hooper. That's going to be at best.
I don't know if he's even going to make the team.
Oh, he will make the team.
I don't think so.
I'll put money on it.
What do you want to put on it?
$1.
First month's rent? $1. Get out of here. All right. Next one's DN Adrian Claiborne.
He's the GOAT.
Returning to Atlanta.
He played a year in New England. Thought I was going to try and, he got a Super Bowl ring, so he wanted to come back. I remember this guy mainly for his 6-sack game against the Dallas Cowboys 2 years ago. He obliterated their raw left offensive tackle. I remember that was a fun time to watch Dak Prescott get mauled every play, all game. He does not get a lot of sacks.
Dak Prescott's really bad.
Like over the course of a year. He does average 13 or more QB hits. Out of the 8 years he was in the league, so he does get to the quarterback, just not fast enough to get a sack. So Good pressure. He'll probably be a rotational pass rusher, maybe starter.
I drafted a safety here, J.J. Wilcox.
This guy is my he's James Edward. That's my
Oh, for real?
yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
So
He has not
repping.
He has not played many games the last 2 years, but he is a decent starter. He's a good backup. He's injury plagued. Okay, all right.
On an injury
plagued defense. All
The
right.
defense is
All
garbage.
right, why not? Which is true.
So, and their next pickup, defensive tackle Tyler Davison. If you play man, he's usually on the trade block. I picked him up a couple times, so he's not too bad. He might be starting alongside Grady Jarrett because the Falcons did not get a defensive tackle. In the early picks of the draft, so he'll probably start, be a hole plugger, and maybe a possible consistent starter. He's only missed 2 starts in the last 3 years, so he'll be durable. Next, running back Kenjon Barner.
It's Kenyon Barner. How do you not remember him? He came out the same year, I think, as Mariota at Oregon. I remember his name. He was solid. He was good in college.
Better than
was Mariota.
I'd take Barner over Mariota at this point.
I mean,
he's only had 1 start in his 6-year career.
He was in Philly, I think. It's the one who drafted him. But I mean, he's a speed guy, or at least he used to be a speed guy.
Did he come out of Oregon?
Yep.
Then yeah.
Yeah, back with that offense, it's the Chip Kelly offense.
Yeah.
The Chip Kelly, everything's a run play. Marcus Mariota really can't throw offense.
I can't throw 10 yards or I get hurt. The Mariota type of offense.
I mean, so like he's only had 1 start in 6 years. That's rightfully so. I mean, he's more of like a Duke kind of guy. He's a good pass catcher. He's got decent speed. He's got good open field stuff.
He's special team experience. That's why.
And he's special teams guy.
I see he'll either be the 3rd string or he's gonna be competing with who's the guy they drafted, Marcus Green. So yeah.
Yeah, maybe things aren't greener on the other side.
Maybe. For their grade, I said C- to C.
I give him a C-, and I think looking at this, it's actually not great. I think that might they're getting a D.
Yeah.
You get a D. You suck.
Yeah. Falcons, you might just expect what you had last year.
Get a new GM. You're trash.
And keep hoping.
I'll be your GM. Let's make this happen. Call me.
Yeah, sure.
Moving on to the Saints.
Not looking so holy.
Second round pick. Their first pick is Eric McCoy, center out of Texas A&M.
Oh, he's definitely going to start.
Oh, he's definitely going to start.
Max Unger retired? Yeah, throw him in there.
That's right, he did retire.
Wait.
Oh, yeah, he's starting.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is starting.
That's a lock. Get that.
Eric McCoy is starting. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson was their next pick in the 4th round. But, man, the fact that this man fell to the 4th round is...
criminal.
It is criminal.
It's blasphemous.
It is blasphemous because he's about to come out and straight wreck fools. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson is a legitimate pick. He's probably the only pick I will ever say that is legitimate coming out of Florida because I hate Florida.
You know who else was legitimate coming out of Florida?
Who?
Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow was awesome. People didn't give him a fair shot here.
I was saying I liked Tim Tebow when he was.
I hated him when he came out because I was such a huge Ohio State fan, and he just recently shat on Ohio State.
At that time, yeah. But I'm sitting there like Tim Tebow's gonna be good, and he's won more playoff games than the Browns have in the last few years. So.
Just is you know what? It's still factual.
And he beat the Steelers on top of it.
Yep,
so
love him, and he's pretty mediocre at minor league ball. So.
Hey, he's living life.
Sure is. He's going to start. Saquon Hampton, safety out of Rutgers. He started only 1 year, his senior year, but his numbers blew up his senior year. He definitely showed serious production.
Because he's the only good guy on Rutgers.
Well, there was another guy on Rutgers, I thought. It was, what's his face, right? The kid that was drafted. I can't think of his name anyway. He's not important. I thought there was another good safety.
I'm just saying Rutgers is
a trash team, but...
Yeah.
This was a good pick for a 6th round. This was a really good pick.
Well, I'm just kind of curious because they had Marcus Williams and Von Bell. So, and you just drafted 2 safeties. I mean, Gardner-Johnson's probably going to start.
You could make the argument if Hampton comes out has a really good rookie minicamp.
Special teams, at least.
I mean, he should start somewhere. Maybe he'll be a nickel guy.
Well, I'm just saying, you have, 4 safeties? I'm just saying, because you have Von Bell. I like Von Bell. Then you have Marcus Williams. Who else who do you sacrifice there? Because their defense did struggle last year a little bit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, who gets the cut. I mean, and Gardner Johnson, I feel like he has to play. He was a first-round talent. I mean, unless
he was absolutely a first round talent. I cannot believe. I'm still having a hard time believing he went fourth.
That's what I'm saying. Unless he really struggles in rookie minicamp, I don't see how he doesn't at least give role player, like alternating in.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think if Hampton has Johnson, in my opinion, is already a starter. He should start. That's my opinion.
And I like Von Bell. That's what I'm saying.
And I don't hate the safeties already for the Saints.
Yeah.
But Hampton, if he like I said, if he comes out and he proves himself in rookie camp
as a dog
and OTAs as a dog, he comes out and he eats. I don't know how you don't play them.
I'm just saying
significant time.
When I look at Hampton, they might develop him for a year or so just because he only did play 1 year in college. So
I mean, he played more in 1 year. He only started 1 year.
Oh, I'm just saying, like, if he's not pro ready, they'll just give him like time to develop, give him special teams reps and stuff like that. Yeah. Then like next year or the year after, just like you're in,
you're gone.
Yep.
And then I look at their next pick, Elise Mack, tight end of Notre Dame. I don't like him at all. He's a blocking tight end. He's strong, but
it's always a breeze with Lee's.
Dislike. I didn't like that one. I don't know. I don't like this pick at all. I think this pick was actually really bad.
Well, this for a 7th rounder, and they lost Benjamin Watson, so...
Yeah, to the frickin' Patriots.
Yep.
He retired, and then he was like, you know what, I'm going to come back and play for the greatest team in the last decade.
Yeah.
And he's going to be a Pro Bowler.
Yep.
And he's probably going to win it for him again in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Just remember, folks, Benjamin Watson was also on the Browns. Oh, that's sad. God, that pisses me off. The last pick, Caden Ellis, linebacker, Idaho.
This ain't no potato, my man.
Get it? Idaho. Hey. No, he's a potato. He's bad. This was a bad pick. He's got a nose for the ball sometimes. He can play in coverage, but he definitely would have been undrafted if they didn't take him here.
He knows the cadence.
That was a good one. I like that one. This was overall this was a pretty okay draft, actually.
Subpar.
I mean, it was subpar, but in my opinion, you drafted 2 starters, and then a potential if Hampton develops for a 3rd guy later on. Well, I'll give him a C instead of C minus.
Mac actually might start just because they don't have a tight end.
Yeah, but he's gonna be bad. I take that back. Garbage starter.
He's gonna be the number 2 tight end.
Who's their starter in Saints?
As we get into free agency, you'll know.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
How about I gave their draft grade. You know what? No, you're going back to C minus. It's bad. It's a bad draft.
Not C underscore C minus.
C minus. Oh jeez. Oh shucks. Oh gosh. You know what? I hit the wrong button. All right. Anyway, C is your draft. C, not C minus. C.
So these free agents aren't.
Jimmy, what was your draft grade?
C minus. C maybe at best.
See, we're on point. All right,
C,
all right.
C.
Hey, see, you see it?
Yeah.
A free agency.
These guys ain't free anymore because they're actually on a team. They got a center named Nick Easton, not related to the baseball bet.
He started 12 games last year.
Might be the replacement for Max Unger. He's going to give Eric McCoy, right?
Yeah, McCoy.
He's going to give him a run for his money.
I mean, even if he doesn't start, do you think they bump one of these guys out to guard? I think both of them start, right? I mean, if he starts 12 games,
Easton's their highest paid offensive line.
Oh yeah, so he's either he's gonna start or he's getting tossed.
They signed for 4 years, 22.
Oh yeah, he's staying.
He has to start.
So if Easton stays and he starts and he's center, McCoy's a guard.
Yeah, because they paid him a good amount for 4 years, $22 million. Then he's only 20. He's only 26, so he's still young. So. I think if he works out the Kings, he'll be a good pickup later. Sooner.
8 total penalties last year? All right, that's a lot.
Yeah, that was my main concern
Still
about him.
Still young, turning 26. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, that's a good move. All right, so there's a lot of potential there.
Yeah, a long-term potential, I guess.
That's actually a really decent offensive line, too, already. Well, there's the tight end, Jared Cook.
My boy cooking up, baby, cooking up.
Oh, man, you know why he was so good last year?
Because he was the only target in Oakland, as I specified in my notes.
You sure did, because I'm reading that.
Literally, he had a career year in every statistical category, like main statistical category. Receiving yards, receptions, touchdowns, targets. Well, and that's just considering that Jordy Nelson was like your number 1 receiver. After Amari Cooper got traded, so... He'll do fine in New Orleans. I have no doubt about it with Brees throwing him. He likes to throw to the tight end. He'll do fine.
Jordy Nelson was the number 1. I thought he got cut.
After Amari Cooper got traded.
He's so bad. Now he is. It's sad. That's sad.
I hope he goes back to
Greg
Green Bay and just completely shreds up as
Oh man, he just catches fire with Rodgers this year
again. Their next pickup, Malcolm Brown. Didn't know much about him. Then I looked him up. He played for the Patriots, so he's got a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, at least one.
Yeah, might have more. He's been a consistent starter in New England. He's only missed a few games every year, and his production's been consistent. He's been getting roughly like 40 tackles or so every year he's played. I think he'll be a good gap plugger. He's gonna replace Tyler Davison. That's how I see it. Their next pickup, with losing Mark Ingram, in comes Latavius Murray.
I like Latavius Murray. I always have.
Yeah, he's a big boy for
Yes,
running
he
back.
is.
6'3", 210.
Yes, he is. And people sit there and they dog on him all the time. He was a staple in Oakland.
I liked him in Oakland.
I did too.
You know what? If they didn't blow everything up, that team was going to be a Super Bowl team. Just saying.
Just saying.
But you know, John Gruden.
Yeah, he'll split carries. He'll be a stand.
Yeah, he's gonna be the guy that gets a lot of the
Absolutely.
carries while
Kamara's more of the third down guy.
Yep, and
which is fine.
Yep. Next pickup, defensive tackle Mario Edwards.
Trashio Edwards.
Didn't start one game last year with the Giants.
Garbageo Edwards.
So that'd be kind of my concern if I'm picking up a guy from the Giants.
Gonna get cut before the season starts, Edwards.
I can get to the quarterback. He had 5 quarterback hits with only 2 sacks. I put this in the context that he has 14 tackles only. He only had 14 tackles last year, so 5 quarterback hits means he's doing something with limited production. Rotational player at best. Then their last pickup, cornerback Marcus Sherrills. Strictly special teams, and this is to say because he's only had 2 tackles in the last 4 years. So, and he only plays special teams. So
yeah, he's bad.
And I knew this name because I played as the Vikings in a franchise mode, and he was my kick returner and punt returner. So
honestly, you know what? I like that free agent grade. I gave him a C.
I gave him a B- because
I think that was a very average free agency.
I say above average because you got a starting center, starting tight end, a starting D tackle, and a starting running back.
Yeah, but Malcolm Brown.
Brown's gonna start because he's replacing Tyler Davison, and he was a starter.
I'd go up to C+, but I'm sticking with an average C.
Okay.
Moving on to Panthers. This is, if I remember, this is our last team.
This is our last team.
This is our last team, and then we got live show. Don't miss a live show, even though you won't know because this is recording. Nice try, Steve. Panthers, 16th overall pick. Guess who? Brian Burns. Love this pick.
They aren't burning.
Oh, he's gonna burn some fools.
This is some fire, man. He's all alone.
Stop it.
Him alone. He's gonna stop all the hurricanes with all that fire.
All the hurricanes.
He's gonna burn all those hurricanes.
Why is he burning all the hurricanes?
Because hurricanes go up the coast, Carolina.
What this kid? I swear, this kid. He's just reaching now. He's reaching just like the Raiders did on Colin Farrell.
He'll be fine though. Farrell's gonna be a good dude.
Actually, I think so too. I mean, I said it before. Now I really think about it. Yes, he was a reach, but if he's gonna start and that's who you wanted, there you go.
Yeah.
There was better. I would have taken Brian Burns.
I still take Clelin Farrell over Daniel Jones.
Yeah. All right, 16th, Brian Burns. Love this pick. He's gonna start.
If not, he's definitely gonna be a pass rusher. That's all he is.
Yeah, that's all he is. And guess what? That's all he needs to be because he's gonna get paid.
Yeah.
Greg Little.
He ain't little boy.
He's a big boy. It's Greg Huge. Is what his name should be. Greg Gigantic is what his name should be. There was a lot of talk for the combine. Even his work ethic was trash. He didn't have a right football attitude. But I guess it wasn't trash enough because they took him at 20 or 37th overall. So
well, I said that because I think they need to save Cam Shoulder.
You know what they do, and that's why I talked about this next pick. I don't hate the Greg Little pick, by the way. The next pick at 100.
Will Grier.
I love it. I love this pick. I love this pick.
I do too.
I liked Will Grier. Will Grier was our QB4. I think Will Grier got shat on.
And there was really no need to. He did
None.
fine.
He did fine. He was so much better than Daniel Jones. It's not even funny.
And he faced better competition too.
Yes, he did. And you're going to sit there and say, well, Daniel Jones' receivers dropped a lot of balls. then how many quarterbacks for the Browns were actually good in previous years that didn't have good pass catchers? I mean, really, if we're going to make that comparison, that's all that is. Right?
I mean, it depends on if he places the
He
ball.
He had time to make reads. He actually has good fundamentals. We're talking about Daniel Jones. He has decent fundamentals. I will say that.
That's what everyone was saying about Jones. He has good fundamentals, but again...
No pass catchers? Get the hell out of here. Browns have had zero good fundamentals and no pass catchers, and they still blamed it on the pass catchers.
Their head coach was Hugh Jackson, okay?
Yeah.
And let's take it a step further. You know who's Duke? You know who the Duke head coach mentored?
Yeah, both Mannings.
Yeah,
Both of them.
So
actually.
So if you're gonna be making all these excuses up for Daniel Jones, then I don't know.
I mean, he coached the Mannings.
So yeah,
you know them, right? Like Eli was one of the best when he was at his. He was actually clutch. He was actually clutcher than Peyton.
Yeah,
And I. Saying that. Oh, Chanel's dreaming. Just don't mind that. It's my Great Dane. Anyway.
yeah, because
He was clutcher than Peyton at one point. Peyton was an argument to be the GOAT before Brady won his, 4th ring. So...
Well, Manning, the only problem with him, it really takes a knock when you look at Eli in Peyton, is that Eli beat Brady twice in the biggest game of the year.
Yep.
And
twice.
And did it when all the chips were stacked against him.
Yep.
So.
And he did it. And
he beat arguably one of the best teams in all time with the 07 Patriots?
The one that went undefeated. Yep.
Until the Super Bowl.
And then
and they were
Eli was like, "No, I'm gonna do it. Hey Tom, watch this."
David Tyree, I'm throwing it up to you, boy.
Catch it. I like the Will Greer pick. Back to the actual topic at hand. I like the Will Greer pick a lot. I think he's got decent arm strength. I think his accuracy can be an issue, but that can be taught. You can teach better arm strength through practice, through everything else.
A lot of bench press, baby.
But I look at accuracy. I look at accuracy and I think, look at Cam. Cam's accuracy is
horrid,
awful. That's why he's not going to be a starter after this year ever again.
Yeah,
I think he has the potential to replace, or to possibly replace a possibly injured Cam again this year.
Yeah, because
and then I also think that they're probably going to draft a quarterback again next year. Maybe. I think Will Greer is going to surprise a lot of people, and I also think he's going to start at some point this year because I think Cam's either he's going to be hurt or his play is going to be that bad. Cam Newton has serious shoulder problems, and if he doesn't come out, I'm talking 100% no issues. His career's potentially over.
Because
he can't play anymore. Did you see him last year?
Yeah.
His last game? I think you and I watched it together. He looked awful. That's a starting quarterback. I'd rather have Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, seriously.
I was more concerned at the fact that he couldn't throw Hail Marys. I'm sitting there like, why?
He couldn't chuck it. Everything was dink and duck.
That's what I'm saying. Cause
everything.
I'm sitting there.
And they were inaccurate. He was underthrowing people.
It was the Browns game, too. And I'm sitting there like, why don't you pull this dude out?
Pull him. He's hurt. Clearly he's hurt.
If you're
Derek Anderson's retiring. Pull him.
I'm just sitting there like, if your starting quarterback has a serious shoulder problem and he can't throw the ball, literally deep, why? Why are you even bothering keeping him in? And
he didn't make the playoffs. He didn't even come close to the playoffs.
I mean, he did get shoulder surgery. I mean, I hope he comes healthy.
Again, he says he's great, but he said that last year.
That's what I'm saying. I'm more concerned about this dude's health. I think Cam, when healthy, is fine.
Yeah, but he's got to be healthy, and he wasn't at all last year.
I was seriously concerned when I was watching that. I remember when they played the Browns. I'm sitting here like, something's bad.
Yeah, because you and I were watching it. We were watching the game together, and we're just thinking to ourselves, something's wrong.
I was seriously concerned because I don't really hate Cam. It's like
I don't hate him. I don't necessarily like Cam, but you could physically see.
Yeah,
he was not
normal
at all. So that's what I look at. I think Greer will play this year. I do. I really do.
I think at some point too, because if say like Cam Schuller just comes out and says, it's just not good yet.
Yep. There you go. They should pull him. Rivera should pull him.
I mean,
get him out, get him healthy.
And plus, if your season's a wash by like the middle of the season, say like you just go like 1-7 or like 2-6, and just sit here like Greer, we're not doing anything the rest of the year. You play the last 8 games. We're gonna figure out if Cam's just screwed or we need to figure out our long term.
I agree. All right, moving on. Christian Miller, DN linebacker out of Bama. He's injury prone. I will say that, but his production is insane when he's healthy.
And he's from Alabama, so you know it's pretty good already.
Yeah, I mean he's from Bama because who said that? Was it Mayock? Mayock said if you draft guys from Bama and Clemson, you're gonna do pretty good.
I mean, it's kind of true.
Yeah, kinda. Unless you draft Josh Jacobs like a dumbass. Freaking idiot. Like, guys, he's stupid. Like that's such a bad pick.
I just felt like there were better running backs.
There were, and he missed on them.
It's a Gruden move.
It's a very Gruden move.
It's a reach.
It's such a big reach. Anyway, next pick, Jordan Scarlett, running back, middle of the road running back, not great, not awful. His production, it left you wanting more.
You want some extra juice.
But you look at it, he went 154. Travion Williams and Rodney Anderson were still available, and they were both much better picks. Travion Williams he was our RB2, RB3.
He was an interchange both from RB2 to RB4.
Yep. He's good.
He'll be good.
He'll be very good.
Travion Williams is gonna be good.
Next pick, tackle Dennis Daly.
This dude slid a lot. I remember people were saying, "Oh yeah, like the 4th and 3rd rounder. That's what we were gonna use. The Browns were gonna use the 4th and 3rd rounder for on Dennis Daly." And I'm sitting here like, nope.
I don't know a lot about him. All I know is that the Panthers need help on O-line. 1, Cam Shoulder. 2, all he does is bitch about getting hit, not getting calls. So when every other quarterback in the league gets calls, so I don't know what he's complaining about other than his shoulder is just really sore. So whatever. There's that. Then their last pick, Terry Godwin, a receiver. I don't like this pick at all. Unless he's out of Georgia. His production was awful. I mean, really bad for a receiver coming from Georgia to be drafted at all. Unless they're going to plan on drafting Fromm next year, I don't see that this was a good pick at all.
Bears draft Jake Fromm.
Bears? Be better than freaking...
Riley Ridley, baby.
Be better than Mitch the bitch. Jim, what was your draft grade?
Yeah,
I gave him a C. Did we really? We shared. Oh wow! You know what? We were in tune on this one.
I like C plus. I mean,
I had him at C plus because I look at Burns is going to start. Little might start. Greer isn't going to start initially. Miller will not start because he's too injury prone, in my opinion.
That's what I'm saying.
Scarlett's not going to start. Daly's probably not going to start, and Godwin's probably going to get cut. Honest to God, I don't see Godwin even making a team.
I'm looking at. I think Burns. I think that's a good pick.
Yep.
I think if Miller could stay healthy, you got 2 starting pass rushers.
Absolutely, I agree.
Then Greer, he could be the eventual replacement.
I think he can. I don't see why he can't. He has a high ceiling, in my opinion.
That's what I'm saying. Even Cam never has the accuracy. All you need is Greer has the accuracy. So you already know short to intermediate passes, they're going to be on point.
Oh yeah.
And if you need to work on the long ball, that's fine. Teams don't always have to be good at the long ball.
Yep.
If you have a good running game and good play action,
yep,
and you have some good receivers, Greer is going to do just fine. If you give Greer give Greer 1 or 2 receivers that are solid, he'll be fine. I don't see a problem with Greer. So
I don't either. I don't see a problem with Greer.
In your first 4 picks, I like him. So C+.
Yeah, I don't hate him. I gave him a C.
Yeah. So then in free agency, very inactive.
Yeah, they didn't do a whole lot, but I think what they did,
it was impactful. Yeah,
it was impactful.
They got center Matt Paradis. He played for Denver, so it was a decent old line.
I mean, he was one of the
he was one of their best. He was probably their best offensive lineman.
People said he was the best offensive lineman available in free agency this year.
Yeah, so getting him again, protecting whoever Cam or Greer. I think getting him was a good bonus. He only played 9 games last year due to a torn right fibula, so that's kind of a concern if he's not healthy. He never missed a start besides that. Like, he's never missed a game besides getting hurt last year. So, if he comes back healthy, he will definitely start and be the center. Definitely. Next, defensive end, Bruce Irvin. He's been a good veteran player.
You said he tore his right fibula?
Yeah.
I thought a fibula was a bone.
It's something in the human body.
Oh, it sure is. He tore it, whatever it was.
Bruce Irvin, he'll be definitely a good pass rusher. He'll definitely be more of a mentor to Brian Burns and Miller.
Oh, yeah.
He only had 19 tackles, but he had 6.5 sacks along with 13 QB hits. So
that's not bad.
So
I mean, all that tells you is he's a good pass rusher.
Very good pass rusher, and that's all he needs to be.
Yep.
Chris Hogan, the wide receiver.
Nothing more than a slot receiver. He never was. That's why his production in New England was bad.
Chris Hogan, his favorite food's a hoagie, but, he's going to be a slot receiver. That's it.
That's it. Free agency grade?
C-.
C. I gave him a C. But I think Curtis is going to come in and start.
Yeah.
I think Irvin's going to be a really good rotational guy.
I think he might start too, because
I think Hogan's going to be your starting slot guy.
Because I look at Irvin and Burns are going to start. Then maybe Irvin and Miller rotationally switch. I don't know.
I don't know either. But I'm going to need that again. But what I do know, that's our show.
That is it, folks.
That is it. We're going to live stream here soon. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. God bless.
Have a great day.